What's up, everybody? It's me, the home cook hero, back with a new video for y'all. And today I am making crispy fried catfish with the creamiest grits with this creamy crab sauce to go over the top. Y'all, if you are into it, stick around. Alright y'all, so to start off with the grits, I am using equal parts chicken stock to milk. Or if you don't have milk, you can use half and half. It doesn't really matter. Half and half will make it a little bit more rich. So now that I have that to a boil, I am going in with the grits. And the ratio you want to use is about 1 part grits to about 4 parts of the liquid or the stock that you're going to cook the grits in. And you can just follow the instructions on the package. I used the quick grits. Don't fight me. I didn't have time to be using no old-fashioned home style, whatever that type of grits are called. I didn't have time to do all of that. So yeah, I just used the 5-minute quick grits and it worked out fine. You know, do whatever you want to do, like I say. So y'all, to flavor up the grits a little bit more, I am going in with some of that butter. I used about a couple tablespoons. I didn't really use too much. And then after that, I went in with some heavy cream to make it a little bit more rich and luxe. And after that, y'all, we're going in with the seasonings. No, y'all, I'm not using sugar this recipe. I'm using some pepper and a little pinch of salt. You don't want to add too much, but yeah, those are the only seasonings that I used in the grits. And look how creamy and look how fluffy these grits are looking. So y'all, set the grits to the side. And I am going to preheat my skillet that I'm going to fry this catfish in. So y'all, for the catfish, I'm just using one big old fillet of catfish. You know, definitely scale it up or down for however much you need for your dish. But yeah, just cut the catfish in half. And then for the seasonings, y'all seen me use this before. This is the Chef Paul Prudhomme's Seafood Magic. It is perfect on any seafood dish that you have. I promise y'all, I will not steer y'all wrong on this right here. So you don't really need too many seasonings on this, honestly, because I'm using some seasoned fish fry, the Louisiana Fish Fry that I used in one of my other videos. Definitely check that out. And yeah, I'm just seasoning with that and some pepper. And then after that, I'm going to just rub it in a little bit. And I'm just going to flip it over and basically, well, not basically, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, y'all. So now that the fish is seasoned nicely, I'm going in with a little bit of mustard, a little squirt of mustard. I definitely recommend using some mustard because it'll make it extra crispy, as well as using this single egg because it will make it so crispy. If you want another recipe for using mustard and frying meat or fish, definitely check out my mustard fried chicken video. It is up on my channel now, and it is really good. It's definitely a good recipe to have in your back pocket. So yeah, after I mix that up a little bit, I am just adding the fillets one at a time to that Louisiana Fish Fry and just making sure I thoroughly coat that catfish in that batter, y'all. So after that, it is time to fry this fish. So like I said, I had the casket. Casket. I had the iron, cast iron skillet. I had the cast iron skillet, y'all, heating up a little bit and just on medium heat, and I'm going in with the catfish. So after a minute or so, I flip the catfish over, and after about maybe a minute and a half, I flip the catfish over and let it cook for another minute and a half on that side, y'all. And then I flipped it over one last time, just because I like my catfish to be really crispy, to really stand up to those creamy grits and everything. You know, I need a little crunch in this dish. Everything can't be just mush and, you know, all of that. We need textures, you know, switch it up a little bit. So y'all, I cooked that catfish to a golden brown perfection. Look at that fish, y'all. So that was done, and I set that to the side, like I say. So now on to this creamy crab sauce that we're going to pour over these grits. I am starting off with a couple tablespoons of butter and a skillet that I had heating up on just medium heat, and I let the butter melt for a couple seconds, and then I added in about a quarter of an onion, the white onion chopped up, and about a quarter of a red onion. And after that, I went in with a couple of teaspoons or little squeezes of that garlic paste that y'all seen me use before. So I went in with that. And then I also went in with about a couple tablespoons of some fresh shucked corn that I just had in my apartment. So after that, I went in with a little bit of that lobster base that y'all seen me use again before. Y'all, these are all ingredients that I love to use, so you've probably seen me use them before. So then I just mixed it up a little bit, and then I went in with some flour, because flour is definitely going to help thicken this cream sauce up. And because we already have that butter in there, it's really going to get everything going. That flour is going to coat and all of that butter, and it's going to start to thicken up the sauce when we add in the liquid, which is coming up in a second. And I'm just adding in a little bit of green onions, as you see, and now I'm going in with that Chardonnay. What y'all know about that Sutter Home? What y'all know about that Sutter Home, y'all? So y'all, like I said in another video, you can use any other type of dry white wine that you have, Pinot Grigio, you know, whatever you have. Don't use Moscato. Definitely don't use Moscato. It's not really going to give you what you want at all. So you're just going to mix that up for a couple of seconds, about 30 seconds or so. Mix that up till it kind of dries out a little bit. You want to kind of cook that alcohol off a little bit, but it was looking a little bit too dry for me. So, you know, another little splash of wine ain't hurt. Another little splash of wine ain't hurt, you know. So, you know, you just want to mix all that up together. Make sure you cook the wine out for, like I said, about 30 seconds or so. And then we are going to add some more liquid to this. So I'm going to add in a little bit of chicken stock. And as you see, instantly, this sauce is really starting to thicken up, y'all. Alright y'all, so now for the creamy crab sauce, I am going in with a little bit of that lump crab meat that I bought. If you have jumbo lump, that would be even better. I just didn't have any on hand. I had this in my freezer and I wanted to use it up, y'all. So yeah, definitely use whatever you have. And I just lightly dusted it with that Chef Pampardon Seafood Magic, y'all. So back to the cream sauce. I am going in with a little bit more heavy cream, well, a little bit of heavy cream, and I'm also adding in the cherry tomatoes. So I added the cherry tomatoes in at this step because y'all already know, I don't even gotta say it, but I didn't want the tomatoes to be real mushy. I wanted them to still have a little bit of bite. So I'm just stirring everything up a little bit to make sure everything is incorporated to bring those tomatoes up to temp a little bit. And then y'all, I'll be right back. Now y'all, we are almost finished. So the final touches, I'm going in with a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper, and I'm also going in with that jumbo lump crab meat. Well, it's not jumbo lump, but you know what I'm saying. I added in the crab meat at this step because again, the crab meat is already cooked and you don't really want to cook it too long. You just want to fold it in gently and just bring it up to temperature so it is not just cold inside the cream sauce. And y'all, a little pro tip for some grits: if your grits get a little stiff while you're cooking some other stuff, just add a little bit more butter and some chicken stock and it will come right back together. Stir it up a little bit and it will come right back together when you cook it on the stove for a little bit. All right, y'all, that's definitely a pro tip for those of y'all who aren't familiar with cooking grits. So y'all, we have finished cooking all the components to this dish, and now I'm just plating up the grits. And look how silky and how smooth and how creamy these grits look, y'all. We definitely did what we had to do with these grits. I promise you. Follow those instructions and you'll definitely get out the same result. So I am just adding on the catfish that's fried to a golden perfection, and I'm topping it with that extra flavorful creamy crab sauce, y'all, with those veggies, that corn, those bell peppers up in there, y'all. And then I forgot to mention earlier, I took out about a couple tablespoons of that crab meat and I just seasoned it with a little bit of paprika just for color, honestly, and sauteed it for like 30 seconds in the pan with some butter because I knew I wanted to top this the grits off with a little bit of just plain crab meat, just so you know it's crab up in there. All right, y'all. And after that, y'all, I am just topping it off with a little bit of green onions just for a little bit of extra color, a little bit of extra bite, y'all. And y'all, that is all we have for this recipe. Y'all, these grits were so good. Just look at what they look. I don't even have to say anything. Just look at that, y'all. These grits were so good. Y'all know I always take a little bit of video for my Instagram when I'm doing this stuff, y'all. But just look at that fish. Look at how crunchy that catfish looks. I know you can't really hear it. Well, you can't hear it at all. But y'all, that catfish was so crunchy. It was still nice and moist and nice and flaky on the inside, y'all. And then with those creamy grits with that crab cream sauce on the top, y'all, you really couldn't ask for anything better, y'all. So y'all, if you liked the video, let me know down in the comments below, and you can even subscribe to the channel. So with that said, y'all, I will see you in the next video. Later.